This is Scott Shepherd with Driven Golf Fitness. I'm going to show you a couple things that you can do with a couple of SuperFlex bands and a dowel rod, stretching pole, some sort of wooden stick at home to do some home-based workouts with bands that are kind of total body plus a little bit of functional stuff for golf. So the first thing you want to do is you get some SuperFlex bands. These are 40-inch loop bands. I have blue. There's also light green, there's yellow, red. They get thicker and harder, so it kind of depends on what strength level you're at as to which band you can use. But you can also take several of the lighter bands and loop them together to make it a lot harder for the resistance as you do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to loop these bands through and around onto the pole. So the way I do that is I just kind of loop them through themselves, like here, and then pull it through like that, so that they're kind of cinched in around the band. And then I'll just tighten it down. And I'm going to put that in the middle of this dowel rod right here. Obviously, when you're working on bands, the key is just safety, that you have them attached correctly to something that's safe, or if you're standing on them, that you have your feet all the way around them, very stable. And you want to make sure your anchor points are all checked if you're using door anchors first, so it doesn't fly back out at you. And especially if you're pulling anything towards your body or your face. So you could always wear safety eye goggles or as needed if you had some concerns about that. So I always check my bands and make sure they're not going to break, make sure they're all good bands and there's no tears in them. And then I loop it through here, and I have my two pieces here, kind of at the bottom. Whoops. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to step into this. So I have my band here, I step into it there, and then I'll step into it right there. So, like I said, I make sure that that's set up on my feet in a good position, okay? And I'm not going to come up. So I can't lift up off my toes, up on my toes, or the band will fly off. So I can set up in this position and do a couple basic things. First thing I can do is just like kind of a biceps type exercise, a little bit of a reverse, what's called like a preacher curl. So I get some forearm involvement into there. So I set up here, hold on tightly to my bar, and I'm going to hammer out about maybe 12 reps there, 10 to 12 reps, pretty decent resistance, enough to challenge me a little bit, kind of get a good activation, good pump going. And I want to control it nice and slow as far as like my tempo is almost 1-2, 1-2, so I'm getting a lot out of it. I'm not snapping at the motion. Then I'll flip over, palms up, and do some curls from here. Same idea. Hammer out 10 or 12 reps. Good. So then I'm going to do a little more of a kind of compounded move. I'm going to squat down a little bit, and then I'm going to pull up into an upright row right here. So from here, squat, pull up, right there. And again, I can hammer out 10 or 12 reps on those, working through. It's not going to be a max load, of course, with the bands, but at least I'm getting really good activation through my shoulders, into my chest a little bit, into my biceps a little with some of these exercises. The next one we're going to do is a squat press out. Squat press out is holding onto the band this way, squatting down, pushing forward right there, holding it, and then coming back up. So out, 1, 2, back up. 1, 2, back together. Just like that. So now I have a little bit of a squat with a press out. Again, through my shoulders, a little bit of chest there, getting a really good pump through my arms with some of these drills. Okay? So next thing I'm going to do is hold it underhand for this way, and I'm going to do a little turn. So what I want to do is preload it a little bit, like for my biceps, and then I'm going to turn a little, my right side, come back down. Squat, left, come back down. Right, left, hold it, good turn, everything here level. If I tip this, it'll slide, so I just hold it like that. Come back down. Right there, okay? So these are some exercises that you can do. Adding in a little bit of rotation, working on some upper body activation. Go through that little circuit right there, do a couple sets, maybe 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 12.